Hello and good morning again, Soul Tribe Collective. Um, the sun is now up. I have been up for a while. So actually, today might be one of those days when I take a nap. um, Activities permitting. So yeah. So I want to speak for a moment. I don't think this is going to be very lengthy recording. Um, but I during my quiet time meditation, um, I don't know, between midnight and 4, there's probably something significant about those hours. Perhaps that's when the dark witches are working. Okay, um, and in fact, at this time, I'm going to give homage and honor to the white witches. Okay, it's not a race thing for all of you skin-colored conscious people out there. Skin-colored conscious people. I've never said that. For all of you skin-colored conscious people, I'm a brown American, not an African American. I served this country for 8 years, so that makes me pretty American, doesn't it? And I don't know, I think I was proud to be an American before I went into the military. That's probably why I went. In addition to having a fighter spirit, a fighter mentality. Okay. Um, I'm thinking of a Modelo. Why am I thinking of a Modelo commercial? The beer, Modelo, for that fighting spirit. Is that Modelo? That's anyway. Um, Song download. I'd like to get to know you. Yes, I would. I'd like to get to know you. Confirmation with the horn. Confirmation with the horn. I'd like to get to know you. Yes, I would. I'd like to get to know you if I could. I'd like to get to know you, know you, know. That song just came to me as I was warming up my coffee that I bought yesterday. Because I don't, yeah. So, anyway, that's the song that popped in to my energy just as I was about to press record. And again, I was warming up coffee. So, again, good morning to you, Soul Tribe Collective. Today's the 22nd. So, 10/22/24. Okay. New day, I just heard. I just heard new day. Brand new day. New day. Brand new. Okay. And this is good because we're going to talk about money. Okay. We're going to talk about money. So, okay. And I think this was really spurred on um by the by the app that is named Business Empire Rich Man. Okay, I put a link in that video or in the last video posted. So if you go to or on the channel, um, you click on videos, and then it will be the most recent video posted that talks about spiritual being, knowing if your healing work is working. Okay. But in the comment section of that, and I'll do it for this video as well, in the comment section of that video, I put a link to the app. Okay, now if you have an iPhone, uh, you'll have to go into the app store and find it, but because I have an Android. Okay, um, so I will do that, but that's the name of the app. And when it comes to manifesting, and I hope, let me say that. I I hope that I'm providing a decent path, okay? Because the 124,000, yeah, okay. So today's 1022. I'm looking outside and I'm seeing something that looks like a 22. So 22, okay? Um, Alexa, what time is it?
It's 8:37 a.m.
Okay. So I want to help us to. I'm clearing out we are. That's what I meant to say. That's what I was starting to say. I mean, so we are the 144,000 chosen ones. However, high vibrational earth angels, light workers, star seeds, empaths, healers. What we are doing, the collective, what we are doing energetically is we have our machetes out, okay, and we are not taking them to people's necks, okay. We might have wanted to, but we are taking them to all the weeds and everything. So we're clearing the path, okay. So I hope that in my portion and my part that I have to do for the universe in this lifetime, I hope that I am leading the way by example. So I'm not just saying, hey, this is how you do this because I read a book. No, 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 no. Okay? I didn't read a book on how to manifest the kidney 707 on the video timer. I didn't read about that. Okay? That was the date of the kidney transplant. I didn't read about that. Okay? I was made consciously aware of it. Okay? So that's the difference between wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom comes from above. Knowledge you can get out of a book. Once it comes to man and it is distributed, it is knowledge. Okay? Or the words that you read. I'm seeing it a different way. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. So the knowledge that you read, the knowledge that you read, that is what you're reading. So what you read on the pages, on the board, teachers still use chalkboards. What you use on the blackboard, chalkboard, whatever, because of technology, the overhead projectors probably move themselves, right? Yeah, they zoom in and out now by themselves. So you don't need somebody up there policing the projector anymore and changing out the different overhead pictures anymore, probably. But so some of us might be returning to the classroom of some sort, whether that is to teach or to be a student. Okay. So I always use Yeshua because Yeshua is the most popular male. It might be safe to say even human ever born. Jesus, Yeshua, his name's not Jesus, Yeshua, might be the most popular person, spirit being ever birthed into this earthly realm. Okay? So, just as he walked the walk, we walk the walk. Earth angels, light workers, starseed, we have to, because otherwise the karmics wouldn't believe us. Otherwise, the devil wouldn't believe us. Okay? Right? So, and then his deceptive tactics, they are in vain, but then he would have no use for them. Right? So, so money, okay? So as we are, I said all of that. to say, again, I like detail. I over explain, not because I think I'm speaking to people who are illiterate, but because I want there to be as little question or hypothetical assumptions from what I'm saying as possible. And again, not that I don't have full control of that, but I do my part, and that results in over explaining to make sure that that doesn't happen. Confirmation with the dog bark. Okay. So again, for those of you who are unaware, I was in the accounting, bookkeeping, tax arena. Wore several different titles: accounting manager, bookkeeper, accountant, tax preparer, several other, several different staff accountants, several different titles over the last 13 years. But that's been my focus. Okay. So I am well informed about the U.S. tax code. Okay. It's 11:11 on the video timer. I'm well informed about that. And outside of anything that has changed on the hush over the summer and that sort of thing, I'm very well versed in U.S. tax law. Okay, so I do not speak simply as an employee who's only held W-2 jobs, even as an accountant. Okay, I speak from business ownership. I speak from a custodial point of view. I don't even know what that means, but I'm speaking from a custodial point of view. So I've been on the inside, so to speak. I've never worked for the IRS, but I've been, I guess in a way I do work for the IRS. When we, as tax preparers, accountants, CPAs, we filed U.S. taxpayers' taxes. We are working for the IRS in some way, okay, because we're sending them information. So we're reporting to them. So I guess in a way we are. But my goal, my focus was to save my business owner clients. I focused on business owners, entrepreneurs, was to save them as much money as possible on their taxes, because as a business owner, here in the U.S., confirmation with whatever that confirmation was, more Americans are going to polls for early voting. Okay. So someone might be changing their stance. Someone might be changing their stance, whether that's actually voting for the presidency of the United States or pertaining to a situation directly in their own life. Because of the information that you're getting, you might be changing your perspective. Okay. So I have an inside look, meaning I know, again, not bragging, it's just I've educated myself. So I know more, about accounting and taxes and ways to go about legally, okay, paying less taxes. Now, again, that was my focus when I was an accountant. Okay, so I think that was a dog bark. So you start your company, and again, you could use the app. It gives good practice and it gives you a good feeling. See, manifestation is all about the feeling. When I was saying I didn't need dialysis, that I was only there to socialize, I said it, and then I said it for 21 days before on the 21st day, the phone rang. And then on the 22nd day, 222, on the 22nd day of saying I don't need dialysis, that I was just there to socialize, on the 22nd day of telling any and everybody who I came into contact with that, okay, then the phone rang on the 21st day, and the kidney transplant 22nd day, today is 10/22. Okay, it was just 14:54 on the video timer. So, if you do have questions, I am available for those answers. My email address is theencourager. Well, the email address that I'm giving out is theencourager333@gmail.com. Okay? If you go on Google, you don't have to just take my word for it. If you go to Google, okay, or any other, whatever, Bing, whatever. Google is like Coca-Cola. I have Coca-Cola. Now it's like that for marketing, for research online. Google will forever be known as the World Wide Web's guru, right? Everybody says Google it, even though you could use Bing or some other search engine. So, Google it. And you can Google my name, okay? So you can do NEHRU, accountant, Daytona, and you'll find me. And that's Daytona Beach, Florida, okay? And you'll find me. You'll see pictures. You'll see all sorts of things over the year from the years that I've done, events that I've participated in, organizations I've been a part of, pictures that I've posted online from my office. You'll see all sorts of things. When I was in real estate or looking to get into real estate investing, information online about real estate investing about me, you'll find all sorts of things. Okay, so I'm not lying. 16:44 on the video timer. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So I could help in some regard, guide a little bit. So I feel fairly well equipped to have this conversation. Okay? And so when it comes to being an employer versus employee, or being a business owner, you don't have to have employees. Most businesses do not have employees. Okay? Other than the business owners themselves in America, most businesses do not have employees. And then, especially today, because most businesses are home-based businesses. Today, you can, based on the U.S. tax code, okay, you can start an LLC, a sole proprietor. I should probably go in order. You can start a sole proprietor, an S corporation, or sole proprietorship, S corporation, LLC, C corporation, or nonprofit. Okay? You start any of these organizations in the U.S., or if you base them in the U.S., okay? There are certain things that you can do to lower your tax liability that you cannot do as an employee. And in fact, as an employee, it continues to get less and less, become less and less, be less and less, whatever the proper English is. The tax code is changing more and more. Trump did a lot of this in 2017 when he was president and signed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Okay, going from an employee-focused and employee rewarding system, it's not that. Okay, again, there are no pensions today, or few. Okay, I don't know of 3 top 100 corporations in America today that are still offering pensions. I don't know 3. Okay? So that word pension has been replaced in the retirement dictionary with 401k and self-management of your financial situation. Okay? So take a look at this. collective, all of the financial responsibility for your retirement, your life, liberty, and the pursuit, that part, the pursuit of happiness is left up to you. It's always been left up to you. But when it comes to the tax situation and taking care of yourself in retirement years, it is even more so up to you today. Okay? So today, as it stands, with the 7,700 something pages of tax code, 7,000 plus pages of tax code, I don't know if it's quite 7,700 pages, but with that, you as an employee, you get less and less and less of that book. Okay? So the only benefits that you have today through the tax system, through the tax codes as an employee, is perhaps a matching 401k or a 401k contribution if your employer provides it. Confirmation. They might offer some type of insurance. Okay. And your taxes withheld. Those are really the only 3 tax benefits that you get from your employer. Okay? So, it's a good idea to get into the managing your family financial situation as a business. It's good to get into that mindset. 2140 on the video timer. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 8:53 a.m.
8:53. That's 8-8. How many times? We already know. We done looked that angel number up more times this year than right, as it was 2101 on the timer, which is 1021, 2201 on the timer, and today is 1022. So you you can see very clearly how there really is no benefit, very few benefits to you as an employee. So I always used to preach, if you will, when I was an accountant and clients would come to see me, new clients, if they were W-2 employees, and they were like, wow, yeah, I'm only going to get $500 back in a refund. First of all, that's ideal because you want to keep between 92 and 98% of your income, your revenue, as a business owner. Okay? When you go to file your taxes. Okay? There might be years that that's not possible because of capital gains or purchases, capital purchases or what have you. But generally speaking, yes. Right? And there are, again, a number of ways to do this. Okay? This is why Ross, I was going to say Ross Perot, but he might have, but this is why Warren Buffett pays less taxes than his secretary. Because they have tax attorneys, tax accountants, okay? Tax analysts who know the tax code and they know their way around it. Warren Buffett doesn't have to know the tax code. Okay? So, for instance, with this side hustle that I encourage people to get, even if you have a W-2 job, you need a side hustle. Yeah, just for benefit, for tax purposes, for offsetting purposes, you need a side hustle. Okay? It could be cutting grass. It could be painting houses. It could be detailing cars. It could be removing, stuff, debris, whatever, from people's yards or businesses or whatever, right? It could be anything, a side hustle. Because with this side hustle, let's say, for instance, You're at $100,000 salary today. The highest W-2 client that I had was a cardiologist. His W-2 was over $1 million. Um, and I met him when he was looking to. How did I meet Dr. Oh, it's been a while. I don't remember his name. Anyway, very well known cardiologist from. Is he from India? He's from the Middle East, but his father is also a well known cardiologist uh, in in the Middle East, I believe, or was. Um, but I met him, and he was looking to purchase some liquor stores, and he wanted this to be kind of like the beginning to the financial legacy that he left his daughter, who was about to get married. One of his daughters, he had 3 daughters, I believe, who was about to get married and that sort of thing. Okay, one of his daughters lived in Illinois. One of his daughters, that might be significant. They're from Illinois. That might be significant for your journey. They lived in Illinois originally, but moved from Illinois to Florida. One of his daughters was an attorney. One may have still been in school, and I'm not sure what the third did. I don't recall. Okay, so yeah, so but and I was the accountant who helped him get all of that going. I think he had already purchased the first liquor store by the time yeah, or he was in a process. He was in a process maybe of buying the first liquor store. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Um so you can hire your children, okay? He didn't get this tax benefit because his daughter was adult age, right? And made more than enough money to file her own taxes. But you can start that company at your house and hire your children who are still of school age. Okay? Whatever you pay them is a tax write-off. Okay? Also, that helps their Social Security. Not that it'll be around by the time they're able to use it or cash it in, but it does contribute to it. Okay? And that is an investment into yourself, by the way. Okay? Or into them. Okay? And they do it when they're older. So when you do it as you as the business owner, it's an investment into yourself to own a side hustle and, yeah, take advantage of it. Again, tax avoidance and tax evasion is two different things. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is what the wealthy does. Tax avoidance is what I hopefully teach, show, share, what have you. Okay? So, in addition to that, in addition to hiring your children, you want to make sure that you select the right, and I guess I kind of backtrack here. You should, first of all, decide what type of entity you want to create. So, if you go on YouTube, you'll find that most people are talking about an LLC. Okay, but I will tell you again, former accountant, I will tell you that an LLC, a single member LLC, is not the way to go in most cases, unless you're dealing with a holding company or a parent company or something like that. Okay, that, you know what I mean. That's the subordinate company is going to be the LLC, is what I mean. Okay, under the holding company. So when you go to create your entity, in most every case today, given the tax laws and the way that they're set up and the benefits for the different entities, an S corporation is going to be the better entity, and here's why. An S corporation will allow you to get out of self-employment tax. Self-employment tax is 15.3% currently. So if you make $100,000 in your self-employment company, I'm about to turn on the light for somebody who was like, that's why I got so little back, or that's why I ended up owing. So if you have $100,000, okay, taxable, okay, revenue for your company, $15,300 automatically without anything being done, said, you, nothing, nothing. Regardless of what you paid yourself, regardless of what loss you took, regardless of, off the bat, you can have a $200,000 loss for the year. If you are, and this is true, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. You can have a $200,000 loss against your $100,000 gain for the year, and you will still owe the IRS this self-employment tax, $15,300. Okay? Because this number in every tax code, computer, whatever, algorithm, that percentage is locked in if you file self-employment. If you file it a Schedule C, that is automatically going to kick in. You could be a realtor, that's going to kick in. Okay? So even as a realtor, you can change your single member LLC to being classified as an S corporation. You will just need to let your real estate company know that, whoever you're partnered with. Okay? Whoever the brokerage is, you just need to let them know that. Okay? And they can start paying your LLC your total commission, and you pay yourself from that. Okay? So you might need only $40,000 to live on. Okay? That's not much, but you might, for whatever reason. Okay? Maybe you're one who's smart and wise and do not live beyond your means. Okay? You're conservative. Maybe overly. Okay? But let's say 50, we'll take 50. You have $50,000 that you need to take home as a salary. Okay? As a single member LLC, you're getting taxed, again, 15 grand more than on that $100,000, even if you took 50 grand for a salary. But as an S corporation, and you're still on that same $100,000, somebody's name might be Samuel, there's something about the initial L, or someone's name might be Jackson, if you're nasty. So an S corporation, $100,000, and you took $50,000 in a salary, your taxes, your personal tax, will be based on that $50,000. Okay? And I didn't check it, but I'm going from memory. A $50,000 salary, you are probably in the 22%, I'm guessing. Okay, again, we're on 22. Why not use 22%? Okay. All right, so you're at 22%. Okay? 22% of 50 grand is nowhere near $15,000. Okay? So, in fact, Alexa, what is 22% of 50,000?
22% of 50,000 is 11,000.
Okay? So, just by changing a classification, and it doesn't take any money to do this, it's free. You can change your LLC to an S corporation. If you want to do that, you can find out how, or you can reach out to me. Okay? It's Form 2553. It's an election to be taxed as or to change your entity tax classification. Okay? So, you can immediately save $4,000. That's $4,000 in your pocket by changing your LLC classification. In addition to that, that $11,000 will be offset because you have $12,000, a little more than $12,000 in your standard deduction. Okay? So when you take that into consideration, you're looking at less than $3,000. And again, that's single filing, or that's single with no dependents. That's worst case scenario. You can make $50,000 from your company of $100,000. That's half of its revenue. As an S corporation, and still get a refund. As opposed to the LLC, single member LLC, where you're owing $15,000 even if you have a $200,000 loss. You could have a $500,000 loss. That $15,000 is not going anywhere, I assure you. I assure you. You're still giving the IRS something. Okay? So, what is this video about? It's about, as we go into this opportunity that's walking towards us, 3704 on the timer, this opportunity, and 909 on the timer, and 70 degrees. Okay? Back to business, it says. Back to business. It's talking about the Chicago Bears, but it's back to business. And what a year. The Lions and the Bears, oh my, what a year for football in the NFL. College too, again, as I've mentioned. But when we come into whatever this is, whatever the inheritance is, whatever the opportunity is, whatever, you're going to need to have things set up properly. I'm encouraging us, to do this ahead of time. So guess what? I already have a high yield savings account open. I already have multiple checking accounts open. Some of them had to be closed because of karmics accessing my money. Okay. Again, those of you who have not checked your credit recently, and you are part of this timeline and going through this journey, okay, to awaken and uplift the energy of this planet and the planet's beings. I heard something today. Someone said, we are human beings, not human doings. Okay? So, man, I say a lot. So, you need to have things in place so that when the day comes, the knock on the door, the email, the deposit, the judgment in court, when whatever happens, you are all set up. Okay? One of the things that in fact, I'm going to get the book. Thank you, Most High, for reminding me. Holy Spirit, universe, ancestor. One of the things that I was reminded of, something that a prophet told me in 2014. He found me in a grocery store. Okay. and I wrote it in one of my journals, and I share it in the playlist, my journal readings. I share it in there. But this prophet, I'm going to show you this in this book, okay, in my journal. So this prophet, me and Judy in a grocery store one day, okay, look at the dates. Everything I say might be synchronistic for you. 4/18/14. Okay. Today while shopping at Aldi, grocery store, we met a prophet. I crossed his name out and said guy, right, concerning me. And he did say some things to Judy, those of which I do not remember, other than mentioning something he asked her if she had diabetes. I don't know what that's the one thing I remember that he asked her. At that time, she did not. I have not spoken to her in a year, so I don't know what she has or doesn't have. So, yeah, okay. So he tells me a couple of things, and here I write some things down here. Okay, so he tells me that I have an evangelistic anointing, and he tells me that my place is, he phrased it, full-time ministry. Today I have a different download about what that is. That doesn't mean in a church. I looked up one of my uncles, or at least one of Kevin's brothers. I'm not a part of that family, but one of his brothers. It's 913. That number, 913, 913, 913, 913, collective. Your birthday might be 319. Your birthday might be 913. I know someone whose birthday is 913. Not 9. No, I don't know anyone who's 319. 919, at least not yet. But 913, their name is Linda. Linda ascended on Mother's Day weekend of 2009. Speaking of nines, I mentioned 909 earlier. Okay, I have seen that number. Something's, yeah. I'll just, yeah. So, okay, wife will come at the end. At the end of what? At the end of the karmic cycle that has ended in the year of 8, in the year of exposure, in the year of revealing, in the year of Mamba. Okay? All right. I hope you all use a journal. Okay? So one of the things that he told me, or write in a journal, have a journal that you write in. One of the things that he told me, was that I needed to open up several bank accounts. He said, you're going to need multiple checking accounts. He told me that. Judy was standing there. Right? So, collective, we're going to need multiple checking accounts or multiple accounts. Okay, so again, savings accounts, checking account, money market, what have you. Okay, and that's what's so great about that app, is that it allows you to do so many things. And again, it helps with your energy flow so that you can get into the flow of, okay, so when you look at your charts and you look at those numbers and you see, wow, I grew it from nothing. I started, and then I don't know what mine is now, in the app, in that Rich Man app. My net worth is, I don't know, I was on it yesterday and it was 143.9 million or something like that, right? And so again, it gets you into, wow. So what does it feel like to have 143.9 million in the bank? What does that feel like? Or access to that, wherever it might be, right? Because on the app you could have businesses, and also you could have investments, stocks, right? All of that. So collectively, right? What does that feel like? Right? And so, yeah. So getting things in order before the blessing comes. getting things in order before the blessing comes. Okay, I had those accounts, most of them. I opened up a new checking account, but most of those accounts I had before my dark night of the soul. I did those things just because I was still on my journey, even before the dark night. I was on my journey. There was a 5-year detour, but I was on my journey still. Okay? So, collective, let's get ready to receive what's going to be deposited into us so that we can manage things properly. 917, 71 degrees. Okay. When it comes to your wealth and leaving a financial legacy for your light workers, star seeds that you are giving birth to, whether you have already or not. Okay? Don't spend it all. Put some away. Okay? So, anything else? No, I think that's it. So yeah, and of course, if you're wanting any other information, or you might want a second opinion, okay, about a tax situation, okay, whether current or previously filed. Again, you can reach out to me. Okay, thank you so much, Soul Tribe Collective, for being a part of the journey here on this channel and a part of the energy. I share what I share in part, whether you know it or not, because your energy asks for it. It's 4701 on the timer. Confirmation burp. Confirmation burp. 36 seconds on the video, on the microwave. I just looked over there and saw that. 36 seconds. 66 33, or not 333. That's significant though. 12 12 12. Okay. So, enjoy your day and be of good courage. Okay? Because we are overcoming the world, and now that we are overcoming the world and the karmics have no place in our life, now I just heard their part is history. So now we get to focus on the good stuff. We get to focus on the fun stuff. Our spouse, whether you have them or not currently, your seed coming in, or your seed that you currently have, if they are still under your authority. And outside of them being handicapped, once they leave your house, they are not under your authority. You might think you can rule them, tell them what to do when they're 20, 25, 28, 30, but you can't. Trust me. Trust me. You have no control over anyone but yourself. Trust me. They probably taught you that in the first 20 years. So be of good courage, Soul Tribe Collective. We have overcome the world. Confirmation with that ding notification on my phone. Oh, about my battery charge life. So I will go because my phone needs to be charged. But yeah, thank you, Collective. It's a pleasure to work with you. It's a pleasure to join you. Some of you were here before I was here. It's a pleasure to join you. Some of you have been waiting for me. Some of you are waiting for other chosen ones and to get to a certain place, to create their platform. If you are one who needs to create on a platform, stop being fearful and do that. 48, 40, or 49 on the timer. Okay? As always, and I've said it 3 or 4 times, I feel it's extra necessary at this time, but be encouraged. Okay? My name is Nehru, and this is Esoteric Guidance, helping us all become the highest, purest, truest version of ourselves possible.